Want to know how to turn your viewers into shoppers? It's simple. It's Shopify. My viewers are my customers, so starting a store on Shopify and connecting it with my YouTube channel just made sense, and I can manage it all directly on Shopify. Let's go make something. Whenever I feature a product in a video, I just sync with my Shopify store and bam, it's right there for viewers to shop. It's seamless. Well, looks like I gotta ship some orders. Start your free Shopify trial today and take your business to the next level.
Be fearless. Change is good. I don't really care if I sleep too much. It's kind of fun to see how much one can do in a day. I want to look pretty, but not too made up. Not that I ever look very made up. I was able to turn the things I really liked to do into a really thriving business.
I like that.
This one?
Yeah.
I started my company when I was 50 years old. My work is based on need and want. It's extremely powerful to take an idea and turn it into a billion-dollar business. This is what I want to look like. That is my look. Hard work is essential to making an idea come to life. And I love hard workers. Oh, that is such a cake. If you can find somebody that's going to be as good or better than you, embrace them and bring them in. That's the one I took. And how much THC was in that one I got?
1 milligram. I don't want to put you to sleep.
People always say, oh, you reinvent yourself. I try to look forward. When you're through changing, you're through. I'm Martha Stewart, and this is Masterclass.
Crowd. I mean, at first it was pretty boring because I was losing, and and they were screaming out switch, switch, switch. But then I hovered to Rufus, but I was like, I really don't want to do Rufus. And I made the decision to play Balrog.
やっぱり、ジャスティンにとってはホームで、こっちにとってはアウェーで、知名度はすごいありましたけど、やっぱりこういざ決勝となるとジャスティンの応援がすごくて、アウェーの空気に負けずに集中するっていうことは結構大変でしたね。
Did he think I was going to pick Balrog at all?
いやー、思ってなかったですけど、でもなんか多分ね、要所で何回か見たことあったんですよね。あり得るなとは思ってたような気がします。
So Balrog was my first choice in terms of I wanted to pick Balrog against Daigo. But then all the Ryu players, like from different regions like America, Europe, and Korea, they told me not to pick Balrog against Daigo.
でもなんか日本とアメリカのなんかスタイルの違いみたいなのをなんかすごく感じた試合だったんですよね、この試合って。日本人っていうのは自分の練習してきたキャラクターで負けるならしょうがないっていう人たちが多いんですけど、ジャスティンは特にそうなんですけど、アメリカのプレイヤーっていうのは練習してきて得意なキャラクターよりも相手のキャラクターに勝ちやすいキャラクターを選んで、それで負けるのはしょうがないっていう、そこが日本のプレイヤーとはなんか一番大きく違うところかなって特にこの試合で思いましたね。
All the Ryu players sabotaged me not to pick Balrog first.
いやでもいい選択だったと思います。結構当時は困ってた組み合わせの一つだったんで、はい。
I think the reason why Balrog was so strong here was because like his hurt box was really weird. It was really hard to like kind of hit him. So he was able to like get out of like specific like strings. It didn't really work against him. His jab was really fast. He also had a lot of ways to get through projectiles compared to old Street Fighter games where he had trouble to get through projectiles. I felt like when I was playing Balrog here, like after rewatching the match, there was so many stuff that I wish like I knew or could have done better.
今見ればそうでしょうね。
Because after this match, PR Balrog told me like,
This is where we live. What's outside?
Monsters. Don't you know what he did? You swore.
Que si tengo un preferido. Bueno. Emma, te digo, mi preferido es mi plan postpago Altis. El que siempre me da más. Con él tengo una conexión muy especial.
Cámbiate a un plan postpago Altis y recibe 75% de descuento por 4 meses y bonos de hasta 15 gigas por 36 meses. Altis, conectados contigo, mamá.
you could have done this, you could have done that, and it never crossed my mind trying to do that during the match.
やっぱりこのキャラクターだけを集中して練習していればそれもこのタイミングでできたのかもしれないですけど、やっぱり彼はいろいろなキャラクター使ってる中の一つなので、そういうあとはこうしか良かったなっていうのは、どうしても出てくるとは思います。
Oh, jumps right out of there. Can Justin pull off a little miracle here? Justin looking for.
That was Ultra. Ultra. I think it was Ultra. But too far. I think it was too far. Yeah, I feel like Balrog versus Ryu, it's watching now, it's like it seems like it's a pretty hard matchup for Ryu. At least during this time.
そうですね。だから嫌なキャラ選ばれたなと思ったんですけど、ただそのジャスティンはもともとそのストリートファイターサードっていうサンストライクっていうゲームやってもカップ S やってもすごい手堅いプレイヤーっていうことだけは分かってたんで、一応そういう想定、そのプレイヤーのタイプっていうかそういうのは分かってたんで、なんとかそれで対応しようと頑張ってましたね。
Standing
So this round I got up, and I thought in my head that I won the game. I reset the bracket, but I didn't know there was a round 3. So I just want to say thank you to Daigo for not hitting me right away when I got up.
そうですね、なんで立ち上がったのかなって思ったんですけど、まあでもなんか日本のプレイヤーでもそのすごい1ラウンド取るだけでギャラリーにアピールするプレイヤーとかいたんで、まあそれなのかなって思ってましたね。はい、
When we first looked at this game, we were like, it's got to be Sonic Fox Goichi. And all these other players are winning all these events, right? Like CEO Kazunoko, Hook Gang God winning the summit. It was like, all right, are we going to see someone else? Is this Evo going to be different?
Exactly.
We got the exact match that we expected. This is the one. Sonic Fox on the stage versus Goichi.
The reason why the match versus Goichi is on my list is you all know about the rivalry between Goichi and I. It's like a story that has transcended the fighting game. All right, the esports between us. It's just he's the best in the East, I'm the best in the West, and it just two trains getting ready to collide with each other. Okay, it was the immovable object meets unstoppable force. Okay, it was. He was winning all these events in Japan. I was winning all the events in the United States. And then he finally comes over and like he fucks me up bad.
Take another single hit. And there it is. That may be curtains. And all she wrote as Goichi goes into the loops. Final flash incoming after this energy field. And this is going to be enough to do the job. Goichi is your final round champion. What a tremendous grand finals. The guaranteed, it's settled now. Goichi is without question the best in the world.
Okay, but you know me, you know my personality. I'm not here to let that happen, okay? So I trained my ass off and, you know, I beat him at Combo Breaker. And then now it's like, it's the first time Goichi has been defeated by another player, straight up. It's never been seen before, especially by a US player. So our heads are now starting to gear up towards EVO, and I knew this was going to be the biggest EVO event ever. It was the first EVO event to even surpass Street Fighter, and I haven't seen that in literally years. So seeing that there was a game that could surpass even Street Fighter was awesome. Goichi and I, like days prior, we were chilling in the hotel room. We were playing hours, and I mean hours of first to deaths to each other, because we knew like nobody could keep up with us at the time. Nobody could keep up with us. So the best training that Goichi and I could possibly have was to train with each other. And we learned so much from each other. We kept going back and forth, like laughing, having a good time, because at the end of the day, we were friends. The thing that we admired most about us is that we both hate losing. We really, really wanted to win. And it was like, this is a true rivalry. Like, this is someone that, like, this is the person you want to have push you in life.
Oh, what you gonna do? How you gonna open me up? Oh, just like
Yeah, the stagger, he caught him level 3. Yep, and there's no more sparking. Goichi just has to guess.
oh boy, where are we going?
The meta at DBFZ season 1 at the time was playing Bardock. You would hit somebody, he had a really cheap win condition. You would hit somebody and then you would level 3 with them with Bardock, and then it was just straight up a guess for a game. Which is like I said, I'm used to playing games like that where you hit them once, you reset them, next character, okay? So Bardock solved the game in a very solid way. He had a really strong neutral control, really high damage. He was very easy to play, and like what he did for teams was truly wonderful. He had a really strong mix-up, really, really strong pressure. Like he was kind of just a perfect character. And then you would always end in his level 3, and then you would just put them in a high-low mix-up immediately. And you're saying, what's up? Like, do something about this. All right, guess for game, flip a coin. So he was very, very, very powerful. But because of him being very powerful, you were able to play a lot of other characters that you typically weren't able to play, right? Like I was able to play Zamasu on my team, Goichi was playing Cell still. Like we had, even though we both had Bardock on your team, we had vastly different teams and vastly different team strategies. So
It's crazy, you gotta work overtime on the health bar.
Yeah.
With the Revenger Assault.
That damn dragon always meddling.
Always meddling. Everybody wanna be greedy for the Dragon Balls.
All
for
right.
sure.
Mix up here. Oh, the extra health. He summoned Shenron and everything. Javelin, Zamasu.
Is that actually enough? Yes,
it is. Sonic Fox in Grand Finals, winner's side.
So playing him in the winners finals, it was just honestly, it was just pretty decisive. It felt like, how can I put this? It felt like he wasn't playing the best Goichi as he possibly could have. He was kind of just like, I think he was a little nervous to say in winners finals, and I could feel it. Like I was playing against him, I could feel the pressure. But I think when he got sent to losers, it was like the Goichi I knew. That's who I was playing. I was like, oh, this is the Goichi I knew, because he came back, he 3-0'd me quick. Like it was bad. Like I got messed up really, really badly.
Vegeta assist.
Like that Terrasana, if I try to actually hit Vegeta.
Okay, it's still on one. Ran all the way up, and it's gonna be a reset.
We got a reset, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at Goichi with the ice grill.
I was just sitting there and I was just thinking, I'm like, well, this is the Goichi that I'm used to. I can't try to play him the same way I played him in Winners Finals. This is the Goichi.
Yeah, the question Sonic Fox is apparently asking is if there can be a side switch in between the sets. He wants player one now. But the rules say, nah, son, you gotta stay right there.
It was very simple. I wanted to take some time to think about it, and I wanted to request a side switch. And people don't know that when you lose a set, you are in your right to request a side switch. And I knew I'm slightly better on player one side, so I requested a side switch. And I think there was a language barrier because it was weird at the time. Even the EVO staff on the stage didn't know their own rules. I knew this, but they didn't know their own rules, so it caused this whole debacle of them not knowing the rules, and then finally confirming the rules, and then needing to go get a translator to explain the rules to Goichi. That took way longer than it should have, to be honest. So it actually, I think it iced Goichi. Well, that really wasn't the intention. I just wanted to switch sides. But by doing that, it made the match take much longer than it should have.
He's gonna do it to level 3, yes.
Now, does he bait out the H-Air command throw from Sonic Fox?
This might be really meaty.
Oh, that block was incredible.
You really think you slick, Goichi? I like that.
He got
Sonic Fox!
Oh!
Llegó el evento más esperado del año, Baby Festival. No fuimos los primeros, pero somos los mejores, porque la excelencia no necesita de rumores. Esta feria es para ti, para que luzcas sin temores. Llegó el evento más esperado del año, Baby Festival.
Llegó el Beauty Fest de Hipermercado Solé, con ofertas exclusivas en el área de belleza y cuidado personal hasta el 31 de mayo. Hipermercado Solé, el rompeprecios.
El que no guardó pan para mayo se jodió.
No fuimos los primeros, pero somos los mejores, porque la excelencia no necesita de rumores.
Ooh, and Sonic Fox is feeling that. He's powering up. He's hulking up.
I think it kind of cooled him down a bit, but he was still playing really, really strong in the first match of Grand Finals. I almost lost. Okay, off my own nervousness. I had like a really decisive moment where I could have just won on the spot, and I missed it because I was nervous. But I ended up clutching out the match anyways. But it was like, he was like, to me, I felt like it didn't really affect him that much. He was playing really good. I ended up playing better at that moment. The reason why I was so nervous on this one is because, again, I'm playing against literally the strongest opponent I have ever faced in my entire life. I have never played a player more stronger than Goichi in my entire life. There's many players that have been very close, but nobody can compare to the way Goichi made me feel playing against him.
Ooh, he's gonna save the bars. Get off of me. No staggers for you.
Put your hands away. Sonic Fox up 2-0.
One more. Oh my God. One away to crown our champion.
So I was very nervous, especially with DBFZ. It's the very first year. People say I can only win in NRS games, and I just wanted to prove to people that is not true. I am good at any fighting games I truly want to apply myself to, and I wanted to prove it to like I said, to the entire world, especially with DBFZ being the most entrants at EVO over Street Fighter. I was like, this is the one I need to show people. Like, I can do this, and once I do this, nobody can say shit to me. So.
Fox,
Oh! Wait a minute. No, wait, do not tell me we're gonna summon. Are we gonna summon?
and Sonic Fox is your Dragon Ball Fighters Evolution 2018 champion. He's done it. He's done it.
All those years, Sonic Fox, back-to-back EVO champion, multi-time EVO champion, NRS games, he's done it all. Everybody said he only wins in the games people don't play. He won the biggest game at Evolution. Everybody has to respect this name.
Mr. Yeah asks, if you were to try to introduce a friend who's interested in fighting games to the space, what would you recommend them to play with you? Like whatever you're interested in. I think like you should just play whatever you think is fun and like whatever strikes your eye is cool. Don't worry about like it's the biggest game, it's the most popular game, it's the one that has the most players or prize money or whatever. Like if you see a game and you're like, that person hits you with a door, I'm gonna play that person. Like just that's all it takes. Just play whatever you think is fun, because I think it's a lot harder to be like, all right, these are your vegetables, you gotta like play this game, and then they end up not liking it and then they don't want to play fighting games anymore. I'd rather you play something you think is cool first. ADJIET is Adjiet 2039 says, can a great commentator be a spectator casual player, or must you have been a pro player to be a well-known commentator? I don't think you need to be a pro or like super good to commentate, but you should play the game and be interested in it at the very least. And if you want to be knowledgeable and like care about the game to a deeper level, I think you kind of have to play, because there are things about the game that like from a spectator's point of view, you can recognize or see things, but if you don't actually get your hands in there and play the game, it's hard to describe like, why didn't this person just do this thing here? And it's like, well, it's hard. Like, you know, even if you're really good at the game, it's hard to do stuff sometimes. So yeah, I like firmly believe that if you want to do like real like analysis or dig into the nitty-gritty of games, if you don't have some kind of like higher level understanding from having hands-on time, that's a detriment to you. Even if your overall like game knowledge is incredible, unless you get your hands on the game and play yourself, I think you're losing an aspect that's pretty important for commentary. Deadshot Calamity. Do you have any tips for preserving your voice so you don't lose it quickly? Yeah, as the person whose voice is like barely alive at the end of EVO when everybody else's is dead, I don't drink, which is, I know, like a big one for a lot of people. I actually think the thing that kills most people's voices the most is not the commentary itself, but like when you go to a loud place during the event and you have to yell. Because if you've ever been on like the show floor of EVO, it's really loud. So like your natural speaking